Peter McGuire, welcome back. It's another fantastic week. It's an opportunity to look back, reflect on our trades, and look forward for the signals that matter. Pete, welcome. Run us through it. Give us the 3 minutes, that matter today for traders.
Well, good morning, Will, and good morning to everyone. First off, we had the Michigan Sentiment Consumer Index come out during the week, down 13%, one of the largest falls in its history. So that shows you the fragility of the US economy. Secondly, we've had very strong moves to the upside in the last week as far as crude oil prices and the OPEC meeting midweek, and they're increasing production by 400,000 barrels from October. The third part, of course, is that softening as far as US dollar, as you mentioned. And this evening, we'll have that NFP, which is non-farm payrolls unemployment number, released to the market at around about 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock Sydney time, PM Friday evening. So there's the storyline. If it underwhelms, we'll see probably a move to the upside as far as gold. If it overwhelms, then you possibly see that a different sign to the markets and maybe a further uptick as far as equities.
All right, Pete. Well, a couple of quick points to call out there. The American market is clearly on a path to a strong labour market, despite the ADP report falling a little short of expectations. Mate, what's the comment there? And feeding into non-farm payroll, where does that cross over?
Well, that's 763,000. They're tipping, and that was a number I looked at earlier in the week as far as the non-farm payroll. Will, if that does hit that sort of number, or it doesn't hit it. It's as simple as that. And that's what the analysts are forecasting. So there's the first part. The second part is what happens if you only get a 500,000 number? What happens as far as structural weakness? I think one of the saving graces, they say there's 5 million people in the US looking for jobs, but 2.5 million of that 5 million are moving or have moved to a retirement mindset. So they won't be looking for work. So that really softens the blow and makes it to a point nearly full employment. So that in some ways is good. There is a war for talent, as we know, people looking for because of inflation. And I think that the COVID experience has given them the sense that they look at other opportunities for work, Will.
Pete, fair points and well made. Let's talk OPEC for a few minutes. In the energy arena, the OPEC's agreed to stick to its plans to steadily raise outputs, but the Russians may well not be playing fairly. What's the story?
Well, when you're looking last Monday week, it was sitting at around $62 for WTI, and I think it's about 69 now. So in around an 8-day window, you've had a very dramatic move to the upside, 12, 13% in a week. They're big moves, they're blowout moves. So that really demonstrates to any trader the opportunities that present themselves. And, that's why there's always another line that seems to be that resonates with me, Will. There's always a bull market somewhere.
There's always a bull market somewhere. Now, let's talk about the next trading signal that may or may not disappoint. But with NFPs coming out tonight, with numbers going, maybe on the soft side, maybe there's a trade in gold, Pete.
Yeah, if it underwhelms, Will, if that US unemployment number, the NFP, does underwhelm, I think that you'll see a move to the upside as far as gold. So keep an eye on that. Comes out around about 10 o'clock Tokyo time this Friday evening. And I use that as a benchmark because this is a global platform and a global show that'll go across our network over the next 6 to 8 hours. So there's people all over the world that will be very closely monitoring that number release and what impact it does have to equity markets. As you mentioned, gold, think of silver, think of US dollar, and look at all of the currencies that trade off that.
Perhaps look back on Monday and just get a real sense as to what happened and then what moved.
Absolutely, Will.
Pete, it's been a pleasure.
Take care to all of our traders. Have a great weekend and good health.